Today we're discussing divorce with family law attorney Erin Stone, who is a partner here in the Atlanta-based firm of Schulten, Ward & Turner. A number of our members have sent in questions, but because of the sensitive nature of the questions, I'm going to go ahead and ask them of Erin. The first question that was sent in, Erin, is when you're considering divorce, when someone is considering divorce, what are the first things you really need to take care of and consider?
Well, the first thing, and I think this is something that women almost always put first, is plan for your kids. Think about what is best for them, which may not necessarily be what you're thinking you want, but what is best for them and how to make the divorce and the breakup of the marriage as painless as possible for them. So that's number one. Number two, get educated about your finances. It always surprises me when women come to my office and they're really not sure what they have invested, what their bills are. Sometimes they're not sure what everybody earns, and that's something you have to educate yourself about. And that will help you figure out what you're going to be able to afford next, what your support is going to look like, and what kind of assets you're going to go away from the marriage with. And also, of course, debt. So that's really important. The third thing I talk to people about is get healthy. You know, keep an eye. There's a lot of stress and anxiety that comes with the breakup of a marriage, and you're not doing anybody any favors by making yourself sick from the stress. You want to be the best person you can be because you need to be able to make good decisions. Once you've put yourself together in that way, the next step, I think, is call around and interview a few lawyers so that you can choose somebody good who's going to advocate for you and answer your questions as you go along.
The next question is, besides coming to see you, Erin, how does someone find a good divorce attorney?
A lot of times I find, especially women, are afraid to ask the hard questions. And I think it's important to ask them. And when people, you know, a lot of times I'll talk to somebody and they'll apologize to me for asking me questions about my practice and my experience. And I always say to them, this is your money and it's your case, and you should know about the person you're hiring. And so make sure you ask, how much experience does that person have, and what percentage of their practice is family law cases? Ask them if they represent more women or more men, and if they feel like they specialize in one or the other. Ask them how much they charge and how they will bill you, what your bill's going to look like every month, and if you're going to get one. If you find in those few threshold questions that the lawyer seems to be evasive or you feel uncomfortable, that's not the lawyer for you, because those are real simple questions for lawyers to answer.
Is it cool to ask a divorce attorney what their percentage of wins is?
I always have trouble answering that because, you know, what does it mean to win a divorce case? And often when somebody asks me that, that's exactly what I say. I say, well, tell me what you think it would mean to win a divorce case, and I'll tell you if I've done that. Because how do you win, you know, your time with your children or your child support that's set by statute? That's a hard question, but I think it's a good question to ask.
Do you have any advice for someone that's trying to maintain an amicable relationship with their spouse, but their spouse isn't cooperating?
Sometimes I will recommend to a client or to a couple to go to a professional called a parent coordinator, which is a therapist who specializes in helping the parents communicate if it's really an extreme case. And sometimes that helps. And again, you know, it's about controlling the communication. Can you find a way to neutralize the bad actions of your ex in some way? Can you do pickups and drop-offs without seeing him? Can you minimize the communication between the two of you in some way? A lot of times that helps, because eventually that ex-husband who, you know, wants to get under your skin, if he's frustrated every time and he can't, he'll give up.
Erin, thanks. This has been great information. If you'd like more on this topic, please go to our website at www.sherwick.com.